Hey guys, welcome to Seville Lax. We're going to talk about some beginning lax skills for new guys, beginners, young guys. My son Max is here. Max, why don't you come out, introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Max, and I am
Just starting out?
Yeah, I'm just starting out.
Yep. This is my boy Max. We're over at CHS High School, home of the Black Knights.
And this guy was a lacrosse champion, and he was a coach.
A long time ago, but I still I've forgotten more than he can remember. But I'm going to try to show you some tips to help everybody be a better player. Okay, first thing is when you hold your stick shoulder width, hands should be about shoulder width apart, the same distance as your shoulder. That's really good for throwing. When you're catching, it helps to choke up a little bit. You have more control. When we call for the ball, it's always important to keep the head of the stick right by our ear. A little out front and a little bit basically up here in the box, they call it. The box is right by the ear.
Yeah, that's a good place to catch it. But watch out, because the ball might hit your face or something. But remember, don't be afraid of the ball.
Well, the ball might hit you. The ball might hit your face, but I tell you, if it's a low pass, rather than just chase it with the head of the stick, it's always best to bend your knees and get the box lower too. Because the thing with the box is when you catch it here by your ear, even if it's low and you got to bend to get it, bend your knees down to get it. Once the stick is here, you can pass or shoot, and you're a threat. So the defense has to be worried about you, about what you're going to do next with the ball. And that's the same reason when you call for the ball, when you say, here's your help. One thing is really important for you young guys to know. Use your players, your teammate's name when you call for help.
Yeah, like,
if you're open, that means that's when you call for help. It's helping the ball. It's not, a lot of guys just run around saying, I'm open, here's your help, pass it to me.
yeah,
If you're a guy who does that and you're not really in a position to help the ball, if you're not open, your teammates are very quickly going to figure out that you just kind of want the ball. It doesn't matter. You're not really thinking about helping the ball. And they're not going to pass it to you.
Yeah.
So you need to be able to get open and then help the ball. And when you're asking for it, or when you're saying I'm your help, have the stick here. You don't call for it down here, because the chances are your teammate's going to throw it to you here. And if that's the case, you've got to catch it down here or make some adjustment, and then your ability to pass or shoot, you have to get all the way back up here to do that. It takes a little bit of time, and it gives the defense an advantage when we have sloppy passes. And so if you watch all the best players in the world, everything happens up here in the box, and it's very quick, and even long passes will be right by the box area. And again, it helps make that next pass all the easier, or the next shot. It's very easy to quick stick from right here.
And here's a helpful saying. The ball and the stick are worst enemies, but the goal and the ball are best friends. That means you have to get the ball to the goal as fast as you can. Then that's the...
I don't know about the first part of that. The ball and the stick are not worst enemies. The ball should go with the stick usually.
I know, but that's supposed to make sense.
Well, I don't know if it makes a lot of sense, but we're going to let that one go. So remember, right here, guys, when you're passing, choke up when you're trying to catch the ball, a little more control over the head of the stick. As you guys get better and you practice more passing and catching, you'll be able to catch from with your hands in this position as well. And then when it comes to shooting, really critical that we get our arms back and away from our body, and then we can think about choking down a little bit. The more we do, the more leverage we have, the more power and velocity we have on the shot. Okay, anything else you can think of on stick handling today? I know there's a lot more to it, but those are some basic beginner tips that'll help you. Maybe Max and I can throw the ball a couple times and show you guys what we mean. Ready?
Here's your help, Dad. And you got
help, Max.
You need some feet handling too.
Here's your help, Max.
You always got to be moving your feet.
Max makes a really good point there. If you see like quarterbacks in the NFL, when they pass, their feet are doing this, and it helps make the ball more accurate. It's the same in lacrosse. If your feet are what we call hot, or if they're moving, you're going to make a more accurate pass. A lot of times guys get their feet like they're in concrete and they try to play from here and they end up throwing the ball way off and it creates a big problem. So
yeah, and the ball needs to be super sticky if you want to throw exactly at your target. Well, not super
well, we
sticky.
don't like smooth when the ball gets. You guys know this. If you get a ball that's been around for a few years and it gets old, it gets really slick, and it can ride out of the stick and not be going where you want it to go.
If you want to throw long range, the ball might, if it's slippery, it might slip out of your stick when you're like that, and then you're gonna throw for no reason. So then that.
Well, you're gonna go whoop. It's gonna loop out of your stick.
Yeah.
One thing, last thing I guess we'll say here is on a ground ball, it really helps to get up to the throat right there of the stick, okay? And the reason being is, you want to get both your hands as close to the ground as you can. If you see my foot in front of the ball, it stops right here. If I'm running up to it, I'm going to protect the ball here. If Max is a defender, okay, I'm going to try to shield the ball as much as I can and then box him out with my body and then go down and get it. And then the first thing that happens is I get that stick right up next to my helmet and my chest so that he can't check it without committing a foul, without a slash, hitting me in the helmet.
Yeah.
All right, guys, thanks. Check back, like, and subscribe our channel, and we'll have more lax tips coming your way. Keep working hard.
See ya.